The banner can tukar lah. Or the banner is
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. We are live now. Okay, and I'm here with Gina Koay of City Wellness Pharmacy. We had a bit of a tech problem just now, a bit of a problem logging in, but now we are fine. So if you guys can hear us fine, can you please type in some comments so that we know that it's okay and we are clear and there are no echoes and all those things that we had in the first episode. So let's see. Okay. Anyone here? Are they all watching? Are they all watching YB Chow?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, I see someone putting up a thumbs up. So hi.
Mala.
Hi Mala. Okay, great. Okay. So
Okay.
I think we have to wait for a few minutes at least, because I think for those of us who are logging in Penang, we know that today there is actually an announcement by our chief minister on whether or not we're going to do this, how should I say, partial lifting, right, of the MCO. So yes. I think everyone's very kanchong about that. So they are actually watching him. So at the same time, let's wait a couple of more minutes so that people can log in and join us. So let's do this. I wanted to show this. Okay, let me share this screen so that people can see this when they come in. Okay, so if you've just joined us, welcome. This is the second episode in our series, our Facebook Live series called, we don't have a name of the series yet, but we like to talk about marketing, we like to talk about entrepreneurship, and more importantly, we want to have good conversations with people in our community and people who have something interesting to share. So today's topic is marketing, mumpreneur, and medication. And I am speaking to none other than Gina Koay of City Wellness Pharmacy. Welcome, Gina.
Hello, Krista. Thank you, Krista, from Redbox Studio for the invitation today.
Okay. Yeah. So before we start, let me just briefly run through your profile that you've given me. I think I've made some slight adjustments. So let me just go through it.
Sure.
Okay. So let me just read out her profile so you know a little bit about Gina before we start. So Gina Koay is a pharmacist and a business owner of City Wellness Pharmacy, a pharmacy in the heart of Island Glades. And Island Glades is actually a very, very well-known residential area in Penang. And she has been in business for the past 13 years. You can't miss her pharmacy, as it's the one and only in the 2 rows of shop lots that's well known for its wide array of hawker food. Right, Gina?
Yes, correct. Chi Chong Fan.
Yeah, Chi Chong Fan. Yes, everyone thinks of Chi Chong Fan. Besides business, Gina, who is a Curtin University graduate, is also very active in the Penang community. She is the chairperson of Women Biz Sense, a women entrepreneur organization in Penang that helps women entrepreneurs. So many of you who know me know that, yes, I co-founded Women Biz Sense with Josephine, but we have a great team in place to run the organization now, and that team is helmed by Gina. Okay, so thank you, Gina.
Thank you.
As a pharmacy, Gina is also the Penang area chairperson for the Malaysian Pharmaceutical Society. She is a certified integrative nutrition health coach from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition in New York. And she's also a certified HRDF trainer. So we'll get into that a little bit later. Yep. She has more than 18 years of experience in primary healthcare in the community pharmacy setting in Malaysia and Australia. Gina enjoys educating the community on mental health and chronic health. Okay, later we will dig what is mental health and chronic health. She is a huge advocate for a healthy lifestyle and has helped many clients achieve optimal health using physical activity, balanced diet, and experiential art. Now, that's something interesting that you don't really hear from pharmacists these days. She's frequently invited to give health talks to the community. So when we decided to get on this Facebook Live together, I asked her to talk about how she markets herself and her business. Her business is retail, but she's also a pharmacist, which makes it a rather unique business. She's the boss, but she's also the main person that people want to consult when they have a problem or question about medication. So hence you see the word medication in our title today. So during this MCO, her pharmacy has been open throughout. So in this 1 hour, we're going to talk about marketing. And please ask her questions too. I'll pick her questions for her, although she can also see the questions as they come up on the screen. And more importantly, let's have fun. Okay? So
Yes.
let's put you on this other screen so that more people can see you. So once more, welcome, Gina. Welcome
Yeah.
to our talk show today. And let's start with the basics.
Yeah, before I start, I would
Yes.
like to review my face mask. Can't
Yes, that's
really
part
talk,
of
right?
yes.
Yeah. This is actually my prop for today because
Okay.
you see I'm also wearing a white coat, right? So
Yeah.
typically as a pharmacist, I have to wear like this, with the mask pretty
Yeah.
much, every day. So okay, I have
Okay.
to review my mask now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I'm here.
So let's talk about something like what is your day-to-day role in the pharmacy? Even though I mentioned it, yes, what's your day-to-day role? And who do
Okay,
you serve?
yes, I am a community pharmacist. A lot of people wouldn't know. Well, I'll say some would say that, what is a community pharmacist? I call myself a CP or community pharmacist. Means that I serve the community. Okay,
Hmm.
not those just the normal retail pharmacy. Some may call it that you probably
Yeah.
see the big chain or big brands that say that. So my role is actually focusing on public healthcare, or you call
Yeah.
it the primary healthcare,
Yeah.
for the past 18 years at least. Okay, and at the same time, I have also a great passion in chronic disease management. So what is a chronic disease management? As you could know, difference from the so-called acute. Chronic means health issues such as diabetes, high cholesterol problem, and how about obesity? All these are chronic, means that you cannot just cure by tomorrow, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So these are my areas as a pharmacist. Yeah, not touching on the business side yet. So
Yeah.
my day-to-day roles, okay, as you can see, I'm so-called the frontliner, in serving my clients. Okay, I call it. Means that I have to
Do you
be
call them
on my.
clients or do you call them customers or do you call them, I don't know, you can't call them patients, right?
No, well, yeah, technically I can call them patients when they refer me as a pharmacist.
Okay.
I think maybe client is more of a common term to describe,
Okay.
people that come to you in the business sense. So day to day, I actually have to handle my clients' health issues. Okay, there are two types of customers, I would say. One that come in to ask you, what should I do? Okay,
Hmm.
means that, let's say I have a itchy skin. What
Hmm.
should I do with that?
Hmm.
Okay, some may think that, there may be a doctor's job and all that, but in
Yeah.
fact, pharmacists as a frontliner, we do have certain limitation and also our role, okay, in looking at certain health issues, like primary care. That's why we focus on primary care. So
Yeah.
what is actually a primary care? As you can know, anything that is sold over the counter, and also certain medication and so-called drug that we can dispense. Okay, so they are called Group C. Okay,
Hmm.
in our pharmacy term now. So
Does it
minor.
mean things like, sorry, does it mean that things that I can tell you like, can I buy this? I come in with a prescription and say I want to buy this. So those are over the counter?
Yeah, no. if you have a prescription, some doctors may actually write certain prescription for certain items. For example, maybe a cough and cold, like a popular brand like Clarinase, okay, or certain skin cream and all that. That's with prescription. We will actually dispense according to what doctor has written. Other than that, as a pharmacist, we actually can do simple diagnosing on certain areas. For example, certain cough and cold, certain fever medication. How about head lice, constipation, diarrhea? These are the things that we do. We help our clients to solve their health problem. So there are different people that come in, all walks of life, regardless of age. How about occupation? Different, I would say like different groups of people. So my day-to-day role as a pharmacist is actually, serving clients in need of, advice on health, advice on medication. So day to day, I have to handle this. Then on top of that, as also an entrepreneur, okay, I manage my own pharmacy. So basically, I also have to handle things like if my staff doesn't come to work, what should I do? How about managing my staff who tell me, the issue and all that. Yeah, as you know, there are many areas. Maybe I will elaborate more later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the things that why we want to talk about marketing is because a lot of people, especially at this time, they are also looking for different ways to market, right? But let's go back to 13 years ago when you first started. How did you want to start a pharmacy is one, okay? But after you started it, what were the first few initial ways that you used to market yourself? And of course, your pharmacy. Maybe you could let us know.
Okay, 13 years ago, maybe I can go back to, when I was studying, and also working in Australia. I actually studied my pharmacy degree in Australia. After that, actually, I was working, as a community pharmacist in a few community pharmacy in Australia. So after that, I decided to come back, to serve the nation. Okay, of course, my friends and families are back in Malaysia, especially in Penang. So I decided to come back. Okay, so I was also working for others for a few years before there's an opportunity to have this current location. This current premise is actually vacant, and we have some partners, so they actually was eyeing for some location, a prime location to open a pharmacy. So with with a license on hand, of course, at that time I was like, if there's an opportunity to become a business owner, why not to give it a try? So that's how it's just started, and I actually start from zero lah. Yeah, start from scratch. In fact, it was not a pharmacy premise business during that time. It was other things. I think it was a clinic or something. Yeah, those things.
I think I remember it was a clinic. Yeah, I think it was a clinic. I think it was quite a corner clinic, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there are one clinic next to me now, but before that, apparently just before me, there's actually a clinic. So then a lot of people at first they were surprised like, hey, it's not a doctor, it's not a clinic, how come become a pharmacy? And some even who have stayed that like 10, 20 years, they were actually told me that I thought this is a stationery shop, so means that they have been changing a few owners, and now that we're there and they already get used to, they know there's a pharmacy in the current location. So with that, starting from zero, of course, I have partners together with me. So with their setup and all that, I can set up the shop, from because we have certain guidelines from the Lembaga Pharmacy. While you have your own business, you actually need to follow certain guidelines. You can't simply just design your shop according to what you like. Okay, so you need to have dispensing counter, you need to have your cashier counter. How you're gonna locate your medication? You need to actually log certain criteria. So even now it's even stricter. You need to follow their guidelines before they can issue a business license, so-called a license A to operate a pharmacy business. So
I think there's a problem with the internet. Okay, let me try remove her and add her back. Okay.
You need to have a...
Gina, I think you're breaking up. Is it the internet problem in your... Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
sorry.
now I can hear you.
Yeah, I can't see you just now.
Yeah.
So you're back. We are back to
Yeah,
the
we're
question,
back.
right?
I think it's because of the internet.
Huh.
Sometimes these days, I think
Yeah.
maybe too many people are using FB
Yeah.
Live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from there, that's how we start up the business. But after starting up, being an entrepreneur, I wasn't into business. So as a pharmacist, it's kind of like difficult, you're thinking like, you thought opening a pharmacy, you just have to open the shop every day and you wait for your client to walk in and ask you something. You may think of that. But in actual fact, it's not. We face many challenges where like, at first they were thinking like, you are a pharmacy, like it's not a clinic, they keep asking this kind of question. Then they start to say, oh, you are a pharmacy. Then what's next? They'll probably be checking out, what do you have in your store? Okay, do you carry enough SKU or types of stocks in your store? Let's say they ask you A, but you don't have A, you have B. They're like, no, I want A, and then they'll probably start to compare the price with you. Like, okay, I get A at this price, but you got B and you don't have my A, that kind of thing. So it was hard, imagine your stocks, you already paid for your stocks and all that, and you couldn't sell your stuff.
Basically, you have money sitting there.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Yeah. Well, for retail, basically you have to sell off your stock and earn the balance, right? As you know. Yeah, as a pharmacy retail.
There's no consignment, right?
There are some, there are terms, involved and all that, but it's not easy lah. So then I realized that doing pharmacy in that time is not about that. Though you have friends and family, but who cares? You probably have been buying from others. Then why should I give you a chance if you even can't match the price and the stock, right? So it takes some time. So that's how I start to realize that, hey, doing business is not just waiting there and waiting for clients to walk in. You actually have to go out, network with your, network in different business platforms, network with different people, make new friends. You have to advocate about your business and all that. Yeah.
What were some of the earlier platforms that you joined? Any platforms that you want to talk about? Anything that you want to, like, how was that first step? Because I think that part would be quite intimidating for a lot of entrepreneurs, right? New entrepreneurs, I would say, that the first time you need to step up.
In fact, before I went into opening my own business, I remember the first organization that I joined was Toastmasters. Okay. So from there I started to make friends because public speaking is not everyone would say that, oh, I'm born with public speaking and all that. So that I'm curious, to learn more about this skill. That's how I went into Toastmasters, to get to know friends from different areas, get to know how to talk, how to face, the public, how to actually stand in front of a stage and talk. We have, with the confidence, with the the fear, that I'm sure that many people would tell me that, oh, you don't like to stand in front of people and talk about it. So that was the first organization that I joined. Then after that, when I started my business, then I realized, hey, Toastmasters is not a business platform. It's good to make friends, to talk about public speaking and all that. Yes, I gained confidence and all that to learn, but I need more than that. So that's how I started to explore. And at that time, I actually explored into BNI, if you have heard of it, Business Network International. I'm sure many people have heard of it. It's a international brand. It's worldwide, and in Penang there are a few chapters. So I I got friends who actually invited me as a guest into business, BNI, and get to know about this platform. I said, hey, this platform is a referral network organization. So if I'm in there, people would, refer business to me, right? So that was how it started lah.
Okay.
Then later on, as the time progressed, I am also in women business, as most of you who are in the group will know.
I think okay.
How,
Let's a lot of our women business members are here. Hi Pauline. Hi Mayte. I see so many of them.
Hello.
And also
Hi.
and some of my friends from KL, Izzat, Alexandra, Mala, of course.
Hello,
Mala,
everyone.
first person to log in. So a lot of people, our members lah, basically are here to watch us. Yeah, so women business, and of course you're also in Malaysian Pharmaceutical Society. That is because of your role as a pharmacist, right? Is that more also? Is it considered business related?
Yeah. No, it's actually not business related. It's actually an organization to, talking about professionalism, talking about how to connect with each other. Yeah, we have in this organization, we call it the NPS. It's actually nationwide in Malaysia. So it's like I will call it like a home for the pharmacists. So there are so many pharmacists registered in Malaysia, but we need a society to bind everyone together. Okay, so each state actually has got one of these branch, so-called branch. Okay, and I've also become a member ever since I came back to Malaysia, and I was a member ever since. It's been like so many years. So I joined the society because I feel that it's good to give back to the community. It's about serving, and it could be serving back to our own pharmacist group, and then also serving back to the public, because through NPS we actually connect. We have different projects with different areas of people. It could be public health thought, it could be public events, it could be joint venture with for Penang will be like USM. How about the government sector? There are so many areas that we can joint venture in doing certain events or projects together. So to me, I feel that this is one way to actually expand my own network of friends, okay, and also different all walks of life of people, maybe different industry. That's how this is part of how I actually go out and actually meet more people. Yeah.
Would you say that this is also part of the marketing? I'm sure more or less, right? Regardless of whether you're in a business organization or business NGO, or even in a business platform, or even in MPS, right? Sooner or later, it kind of like comes back. It's like it could be partly business, partly friendship, but eventually it's all about marketing, right?
Yes, that's how we market ourselves, right? In not just about talking about retailing, that you just have to market you as yourself. That's part of my marketing way.
Okay, let's take like a quick break and have a look who's here. We have Dr. Michelle.
Hi.
Nice of you to join us all the way from down under. For all of you who are here, if you have a marketing question, please type it in. Then myself and Gina, we can have a look at it, and Gina probably can answer it. If you have a non-marketing related question, also, I think today you're okay to answer, right? If it's like related to health,
anything, yeah,
related to health, or related to something to do with chronic health or mental health or healthy lifestyle, right? Since our resident pharmacist is in FB Live. Okay, now let's talk about something, because you were saying that you first joined Toastmasters to learn about public speaking, right? But then over the years, as you grew in different positions in the different organizations that you're in, you have also taken the lead. You've become a chairperson, especially of these two organizations, Women Business as well as MPS. So has that also been helpful? Those public speaking skills, those tips and strategies that you learned way back then when you first started your business, has that actually been useful in helping you gain even more visibility?
Okay, I remember in Toastmasters we have different assignments. Okay, you have to
Yeah.
actually prepare your speech. Okay, before that, and you're not supposed to read from your speech. The things that you've written, you cannot like just read. And that, so you have to like memorize and all that.
Yeah.
So, and then you're not supposed to talk more than you're given the time, and then you're not supposed to, they call it the R counter.
Yeah.
Means that
Somebody
you
counts
can
the R,
stop and
right?
then you're like they start to calculate how many R you have. So these are the things that you have to watch out while you're doing the public speaking. Otherwise, people will think, what are you talking about? It's just So these are some skill where I got it from Toastmaster. In fact, in Toastmaster, they actually teach you on becoming a leader. Okay, they call it the leadership roles and all that. So from there, I started to, when you're in charge of certain areas, or they call it a certain project or department, you're actually taking lead. So from there, I had the opportunity, from smaller roles, to a bigger role. Yeah. So then I realized that, that give me some ground to actually practice on becoming managing a bigger team of people, managing a bigger role in different organizations. That's how I transform from there. Okay, so with these tips and all that I gained, I can say that it has actually helped me to become stronger. Okay, as you mentioned just now, on becoming a trainer and all that. Yeah, I mean, I myself in a day-to-day pharmacy role, I have to speak to my clients, okay, on health issues and all that. So if I project this to a bigger level, means that I need to talk publicly, maybe in a group of from 20 to 30 to 100 or 200 or even more. Okay,
Or even
about
on
talking
Facebook
about
Live.
on Facebook Live, that's
On Facebook Live.
unlimited, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
unlimited. Yeah.
Yeah, unlimited. So you're supposed to share, you have some main points and you're supposed to share from maybe your experience, your feelings. You're not supposed to look at your speech,
No,
right?
yeah.
But of course, this one need a lot of practice. That's why when I was given an opportunity to share, let's say
Yeah.
let's say you're talking about pharmacy, going to school to give public talk or anything like that, even though most of them are so-called voluntary job. Okay, so I'll just go. So to me, practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
If you don't practice it, you can't. So that's why talking about leadership roles and all that. Yes, when I joined Women Business, yeah, I was thinking like, oh, it's good, to actually take part also in a committee to learn, step by step. So as you
Yeah.
know, I also joined from the roles, the smaller role become a bigger roles. Yeah, same
So,
thing with my
would you
clients.
encourage that for other people, other entrepreneurs, like to start somewhere, take on some smaller roles, and then slowly rise up in the organization and take on bigger roles, and probably later take on a leadership role? Would that be a good way?
Definitely, yeah, yeah. If you don't step out from your comfort zone,
Yeah.
you everyone will be like, oh, I'm so scared, like, what if I do wrong?
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
of the time will be like, what if? There are so many what if. Yes, people can make mistakes, but
Yeah.
as a leader, we give chance to people to correct their mistakes, right?
Yeah.
And if they know that's your mistake, don't repeat it the next time. Or in fact, if you really repeat it, probably don't project, the error in a bigger way, that as a leader you actually have to solve this kind of
Yeah.
problem, all these things that the harder it gets, right? If the problem gets bigger, you have to think of ways to go and solve the problem. Yeah.
Okay. Gina, we actually have an interesting question now. Okay, I'm going to put up this question
Okay.
from Wai Kok Cheng. Okay, so he says, "Hi Gina, how do you face the challenges today when facing the competition from chain pharmacies, especially when you are alone and small?" Wow, that's a good question. Actually, that was something that we also wanted to cover. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. You actually read our minds. Okay, good. Good question.
Yeah, I call myself a boutique pharmacy. Okay, I'm an independent community pharmacy. Yes, we may be alone. Okay, but throughout the years, I told you, I make friends with many people. Okay, we have friends that are willing to help each other we call it the alliance group and all that. So we have also, the resources. So I believe that where there's a will, there's a way. Each of us has got our own way of doing business, right? Yes, no doubt that big chain and all that, they have a lot of marketing power, probably budget to even grab a whole bunch of stocks at a lower price, and they can sell with, so we call, the throw price, like means like low margin. You probably earn like 10 cents or 20 cents, or even, depends, or on different items. So yes, we may not say go and compete with so-called the big boys, such as you know, the big chains like Guardian, Watson, and all that, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I believe that, yes, each of us has got our advertising strategy and marketing strategies. They could beat us in price. Yes, I do have people and ask me, hey, you see, Guardian is selling this vitamin C at this price. Why are you selling at this price? In fact, when you see the difference, that could be our cost or even lower. So I'll say that, oh yeah, it's true. Guardian has got a bigger budget. They probably buy like 10,000 pieces of that vitamin C. I probably buy like a dozen or two, right? So definitely I cannot compete, because it will just lower the margin bit by bit. Yes, they may have the volume, but we do not have. But what we inject in is actually top up with a lot of advice, consulting on health ailments and things like that. So what I mean is our part is actually focusing on service, okay, pharmacy advice and service, and these are the things that we don't charge our clients. You want to ask me 10 things about your problem, I will just answer to you. In case it exceeds my limitation, I need a referral, I will actually write you a referral letter, and you have to refer us, maybe a skin specialist or any specialist, or even the other healthcare alliance professionals that you can actually go to. So I would say like my benefit here is to help you to solve your health issue. Okay, I don't just say that, hey, that's it, I'll stop there, but I'll actually give you some options, okay, to think of how you want to solve your health issues. Yeah, that's my main point.
Maybe the other thing, Gina, you can add on is also what you told me, that you do a very personalized service also, because I think where Gina operates in Island Glades itself is a old residential area, and there are a lot of middle class families. Probably their children are not even living in their family homes anymore. They could be overseas, they could be working elsewhere, and they probably have their elderly parents, right, staying at home. So I think maybe you want to tell a story about how people actually order medications from you, and then how the new way that you kind of have to deliver things to them now.
Yeah, due to the MCO, we have different clients come to us as when the MCO first started. Okay, we have people coming in to like buy medication because they worry that their medicines are not enough and all that. Then so they come in and sapu lah, all the stocks that we have, we try to sapu and said, hey, you don't have to do that, because we're still operating, even though we are the odd ones in my area, that me and the clinic next door can open, and some food shops. All right. So what I mean is we do delivery service, okay, to our clients. I have clients that call us, text us to come in, or even WhatsApp message us, or Facebook message us all over, just to ask us whether you have these, can you deliver, do you do online transfer, or how do you do, when is the delivery, and things like that. So we have to actually cater to all the needs. Okay, that was the second stage. So because of MCO, a lot of people do not want to deal with money. So some of them just I want this, a few items, I online transfer to you when you come. You just have to put on my gate, and things like that. That's personal.
And they don't want to touch you, right? They don't want to.
They don't want to touch, because we do have seniors that may not know how to do online transfer. So we still have to, manage it by going to them to collect the money and the medicine from them. So some of them were worried that because we are also in a pharmacy setting, and who knows, there are different type of people may have touched us
in, right?
in any time.
Yeah.
So of course we have certain guidelines to follow to make sure that these are good, we follow the instructions from the government.
Yeah.
So this is one type. We have also clients that would tell me that, I do online transfer for you. I call a Grab driver, and when the Grab driver come, you actually have to give the the medicine, the package medicine to the Grab driver, and the Grab driver would actually send to me. So that's amazing. I remember that time was like, wow, you can actually do that as long as you're willing to pay the Grab driver to deliver the medicine to you. So that's actually one option. And other than that, we also engage, like Grab drivers, that they call it the Grab deliveries, the Mula riders and all that. So we need to set up accounts with them. So when, anytime, we are live all the time. So I need this, and they will come and pick up and send. They will tell you where they are. I've done the deal. I've done delivery for you and all that. So it's actually quite convenient. People start to have different type of services. So that's how.
So it's not just people walking into your retail outlet and asking or buying things. So these days, because of technology, because of course, because of MCO also, there's all this social distancing. So people are looking for actually more creative ways to buy from you and to get their items from you. Okay, we have another question. Okay, we actually now we're getting warmed up. I think we have questions, so we can take this longer question first. I'll show this question. So Mala asks, what are some of the ways they keep in touch with your customers, which tend to be more effective? Example, to getting them come back and recommend others to pop by your pharmacy. So
I as you know, I have a website, I have a Facebook for my pharmacy. Then we do also put up our phones on my name card. My name card is distributed everywhere, and then people can get in touch with me anytime. Even Facebook Messenger, they can message me 12 midnight. I expect me to answer.
Really?
But sometimes it's like auto nowadays. Facebook will tell you, oh, we'll get back to you as soon as possible, kind of thing. Okay, so this is one way through technology. Of course, my phone is on all the time, and my friends will know my phone will actually.
Do you have two phones? Do you have two phones?
Yeah, my private one.
Really? Okay, so you have two phones.
I come my pharmacy. I have two phones, but I only look at my phone. Both phones we have to manage. So people just text me anytime, and this is one way to actually they will ask any question. Sometimes when they after finish asking one, and they ask another one. Maybe today ask about herself, tomorrow ask about the son, the day after ask about the mother, that kind of thing. So this is another way. Another way actually
WhatsApp consulting.
You call it like it's actually common. Some will actually I say, show me the photo of this skin problem. They'll just snap and show. Show me the medicine you want to take. They'll snap and show. Then I'll say, oh, you need this, da 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 da. Then okay, I'll recommend you A B C D. Okay, on A B C D. Okay, how much? Okay, I'll transfer for you. I'll pick up now. That kind of thing. It's quite fast.
So pretty virtual. No touch
very
also.
virtual. No touch, no even talking on the phone, all message only. Okay. And then of course we have also doing marketing such as messaging, SMS. I believe that sometimes WhatsApp, you have different WhatsApp, and people still go to SMS. We do have some SMS, means that we go on the platform and do the SMS to my clients on certain events that we do.
Mass broadcasting lah.
Yeah, mass broadcasting, but still go back to so-called the SMS. Okay. Nowadays you can do WhatsApp groups also, right? But we have some going into we have also a group or WhatsApp group of people. So whenever we have events, offer or anything, we'll just go on that to tell them, because if you don't inform them, who is gonna know what marketing strategies or what promotion that you're doing, right? And on top of that, on Facebook, we also do Facebook marketing. When we have events, we just blast out. We do sponsored ads and all that. These are also some ways we've been doing. So you're talking about recommending others to pop by my pharmacy. Sometimes it's about word of mouth. Let's say today I help you to solve a health problem. Okay. Some actually client that acknowledge us and actually tell us that, hey, that day you recommend me this to solve my health problem. It actually works for me. And, so they appreciate lah. So they actually tell you. Okay, this one type of customer. Another type of customer will be more like, they will not tell you their problem solved, but
Okay.
sometimes I remember I ask them, hey, what happened to your, let's say, your face that day, or say, oh yeah, I know it's recovered. In fact, today I want to tell you that I did something else for my son, for example. So they start to recommend other people to me, to us. Yeah. So unknowingly, this is called word of mouth marketing. Yeah. So it's quite common. So it means that if we put our heart into helping others, I really mean that. So if I can't, I will tell you I can't. You just have to, I give you a referral, or I give you another contact of doctors that I know, or even other healthcare professional, or even it's out of health sometimes. I would say, why don't you solve this first before you get that solved? So I offer solutions to them. It could be consulting. So
Plus, you also mentioned, I think earlier you also mentioned, I don't know whether some of them caught it, but you also mentioned that you work closely with other healthcare professionals. So sometimes if you can't, you refer, right? So you refer to maybe a skin specialist, a skin doctor, or even other people that are within your, I would say, medical healthcare community of professionals that can actually help them with their issues, even if you don't have a single solution for them, like even if you have a solution for them at this point in time.
Yes, definitely. I do work closely with certain doctors that I know, specialists, and also nurses. Now it's like a healthcare team. Physiotherapists, as you know, we also have some in women descent. And how about nurses, physiotherapists? There are many more, right? Like occupational therapies, or there are so many layers and different types of healthcare professionals. To me, our outcome is to work together as a team to solve your problem as a patient. In terms of healthcare terms.
Okay. So for those who just joined us, just wanted to let all of you know that Gina's physical pharmacy, physical pharmacy is City Wellness Pharmacy in Ali Glades, Penang. For those of you who are in Penang, you definitely know where it is because it is located in a place where there's plenty of very good quality hawker food and chichofan, right? As we said, chichofan. Okay, so we have one question. You want to take that question, or shall I ask another question? Maybe I ask you this question first. Okay, this question comes from Manchi. So she says, "Hi, Krista and Gina. Any thoughts on using TikTok for marketing?" So I guess the question is directed at Gina.
Oh my God, I have to dance. Manchi, Samantha, maybe you can teach me how to use it. I've seen people using TikTok to dance and to sing, right? Maybe we should go into that, right? Krista, next project.
You'll be the dancing pharmacist, actually, not mine.
Dancing pharmacist. Why not? It would be good to explore, right?
So maybe you never know, Manchi. Maybe you encourage Gina, and maybe you teach her some basic stuff, and then maybe one day you'll see her there. But I think personally, I mean, how do you decide what are the platforms, or what are where you want to market? How do you decide that? Maybe that's also an interesting question for most of our audience to know. Like how do you decide? Like how do you decide to be on a certain platform? I know that you actually sell at PG Mall, right?
PG Mall.
Yeah.
Well, there are many platforms, as you know, Lazada, Shopee, PG Mall. I think especially Lazada and Shopee, right? In fact, Lazada and Shopee, we are going to list our things there, but at the current stage we are not. We know that it's such a big marketplace, and what you need to compete is actually price, right? So there are certain ways of market your products in Lazada and Shopee. I heard from some sellers. I'm sure that in Mumpreneur Sense platform we have also many mumpreneurs are actually selling things there, and I've asked them for some tips, you see. So it's about managing a store also in these platforms. And if you don't manage it, or you don't actually keep on doing something, you can't actually sell. You actually have to continually posting, selling something, get good feedbacks, get many stars, and that's how your shop, your online shop will get pushed up to a certain level, and you'll become the preferred seller. right? So
Yeah.
that's what I heard from Lazada and Shopee seller. So at this stage, we are probably going into that, but in stages. So of course, PG Mall was also one of the earlier, in fact, Lelong also. Yeah, PG Mall and Lelong were two platforms that we engaged earlier, where we started e-commerce and we wanted to try out. No doubt that it's actually a so-called earlier platform, and same thing platform also you have to market. If you don't market the platform, how the seller can get the deals, right? So PG Mall, we actually engage even until now. They actually ask us, oh, do you want to do hot day sales? What are the things? So you have to think of certain things for them to do the hot day sales, or they'll tell you payday sales. There are so many types of sales. So it's about creativity lah. And then you have to see what season. Talking about Mother's Day, maybe you want to sell certain things for mothers. As a cold and flu season, you want to sell something for that. COVID-19 essentials, do you want to put that on your marketplace? So it's about marketing your product according to season, according to needs, and according to trends, so that your things can keep moving. Imagine if you open your shop in PG Mall, for example, and you decide just to put your things there without
Just to
doing
list
anything.
Yeah, just like a listing.
Just to list the product there.
Yeah.
I tell you, that's not gonna work.
Okay.
It's like opening your physical shop, but you don't do anything about it. You just sit
You
there
do
and
any
hope that
marketing, right? Yeah. You just sit in there a bit.
you just sit and hope that next minute someone will walk into your shop and buy something from you. So if you have a digital shop in Shopee, Lazada, you also have to make an effort. If you don't, it's the same. To me, it's the same.
I think that's a very good point, because I think a lot of people think that the more shops they open online, or the more areas or the more platforms they get on, the better it is. But like we always know, right? Everything needs time. You need time to market, to create a sale, a promo, even for Mother's Day and all that. So speaking of that, before we take the next question, I want to ask you quickly, because it's MCO and your pharmacy has been open throughout. How has business been? Good? Directly, indirectly?
Directly, I would say it has some improvement, because people worry that there won't be any supply coming in because of logistic problem. Just now I mentioned that they come in and buy, say that I want 2 months supply of my medication, which in fact they normally buy 1 month. So they worry that next 3 months they have to be in the house. They cannot come out, one way. And probably they have heard people telling them that, some medicine are from China, India, and they will short supply. You won't get any supply of the medicine. So it's true. It's true. Because some of our supplier will keep telling me, hey, Gina, you don't want to keep more of this stock. Because if you don't keep them, what if
There's
can't
no more.
supply you anymore? I said, oh my God. So imagine that normally I'll probably buy monthly supply from my supplier. Now I have to top up to 3 months. You have to think, you have to pump in more cash to buy things, right? So to me, it's the same. It's the same. You buy it now or you buy later. Now that you have to pump in more cash to buy the same thing. And I'm not just carrying one type of medicine. I have many SKU in my pharmacy that we need to take care of. It's not just like thermometer and vitamin C. No, we have to carry like so many departments and so many areas. So imagine every single supplier of every single item and come and look for us and say that, hey, why don't you stock up like 6 months supply of everything? I don't think I have a space for that.
Or even that much of money to buy everything and keep in your pharmacy, right?
How about cash flow? And some will probably tell you that, why you're stocking up so much, that kind of thing. So it's about chicken or egg first. You want to stock more because you kiasu, you want to get more stock, because of some clients, yes, that's why I said that, yes, people bulk buy, and they also worry they can't get the supply. So to me, it's the same. Just now I mentioned to you that even though we are open, essential service, but I tell you, a lot of people still refuse to come out. That's why we need to do deliveries. So when you do deliveries, isn't it that pose like a different type of risk? You also have to engage certain drivers and all that. So there are a lot of areas you have to take care. Like maybe I need to also hire riders and all that. But of course, nowadays we have Mula, Grab, and all that. So you pay them by each service. But the thing is, would my client want to pay extra Imagine they'll tell you within 5 kilometers is about, let's say, X ringgit, let's say 5 ringgit. Exceed 8 kilometers, you have to pay more. Then that's how it goes on. So
Yeah.
my client will ask me, delivery, you charge delivery fees one. So does it mean I need?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
so
they
it means
bear
that
it?
so means I need to bear it, or are you willing to pay? So if I'm willing to bear it, means that do I cut my profit or how, you see? So it's the same.
Yeah.
So because of MCO, you have to change the way we actually operate our business. So even we have to change our operating hours to about we close about 2 hours earlier, and we decide not to open on Sundays. Yeah, that kind of thing. So it actually
And that's the
shortened
reason.
hours.
And that's actually, I want
Yeah.
to tell the audience here, that's the reason why we're having this Facebook Live on a Sunday. Because other days, Gina is just too
That's
tired,
right.
too busy, and fielding too many phone calls and WhatsApp that she can't make it on a regular Monday to even Saturday, right? You open on Saturday? Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hence, that's
Yes.
why it's a Sunday.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. We have a question.
That's
We have
right.
a question. Okay, let's see. I'll show you this question. Christopher Tan asks, along your career path, what approach that you think can be implemented in Malaysia versus your practice while you're in Australia? Wow, this is a very interesting.
Wow.
Wow. Well, this is a very, very interesting, but a pretty tough one. Like, what approach can be implemented in Malaysia? Means, I guess, comparing like when you were in Australia, when you're working in Australia, and now that you're back in Malaysia.
Yeah, I know. Well, as you know, Australia is a developed country. They're talking about dispensing or healthcare practice. As you know, they have dispensing separation, they call it. Means that you actually go to see a doctor, and doctor will diagnose your problem. They give you a prescription, a piece of document, a paper,
Yeah.
and then you're supposed to bring that paper to see a pharmacy. So the pharmacy will actually look on your prescription and translate from there and pick the right medicine for the right person to add the right dose. Okay, and using a computer generated label to the right medicine and give it to you and give you all the advice needed and all that from there. Or they have to check if there's any interaction between the medicine that you're taking. Yeah, they have the whole lot of operating system software for dispensing separation is very, very much matured in Australia. So I'm fortunate enough to have this chance to go to Australia to study. So I get to know, the best about dispensing separation and how all the healthcare professionals can work together as a team, right? So when I'm back to Malaysia, unfortunately, I have a culture shock of my own culture in Malaysia, talking about the healthcare system. So so we have to play by ear, we have to adjust to the healthcare system in Malaysia. So if you talk about this thing, what are the approach that you think can be implemented in Malaysia? Of course, it's the dispensing separation. But as you know, Malaysia pharmacists, have been fighting for dispensing separation for the past don't know how many years since independence, at least 50 years or more, because there are many seniors pharmacists share with us, we have been fighting since we are young and we are retired and it's not done yet. So I can say that I also fight for dispensing separation. I don't know whether when I retire it will be fulfilled or not, the dream. Okay, this is not up to me to implement. It actually take a lot of effort. About educating the public about the beauty of it, and then how about a better healthcare system in Malaysia. Maybe Australia has a good model in healthcare that Malaysia can look into that, and also decide from there. I mean, it's about stakeholders. Politicians, stakeholders, and all that decision is not up to us also, right? So I wish that this dream will come true one day.
Okay. So one final question from me, because I actually have a bunch of questions, but we probably don't have enough time. So we have, let's see how many more minutes. We probably have probably 5 more minutes left. I want
Yep.
to ask you one final question is that I know you're a HRDF trainer, right? You're a
Uh-huh.
HRDF trainer, and you created this program called Better Me Wellness.
Better Me Wellness Hub, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that and let us know why you decided to embark upon that. Even in such a, you're doing so many things, right? You're chairpersons of 2 organizations out there in the community. You're a pharmacist. You are, running your own retail, and of course, you have your online and all your other efforts online. And now you're embarking on this program called Better Me. So tell us about that.
Yeah.
A lot of things, right? A lot of things on your plate, I know.
No lah, I do have my team of people to help me lah. I can't do this alone. I also have my committees to work together as a team. Even though it will be sense, as you know, we have good committee members. We work together in Pharmacy
Yeah,
Society. The same
big
thing.
shout out to them.
Yeah. Yeah, big shout out
Big
to our
shout out.
committees, hardworking committees. I can't do this alone. My role is to lead only. The technical job, you all have to do it. Okay. So in Better Me Wellness Hub, when I first had this idea, I actually wanted to collaborate with more, not only healthcare professionals, okay, to wellness advocates. The reason for doing that, as you know, I'm focusing on primary care prevention. I'm also a health coach, so I advocate a lot about prevention, talking about how to improve your diabetes condition, how to lose weight. These are some areas. So in nowadays, we don't just talk about you only see a doctor or pharmacist when you're sick, but you need to know how to prevent it before it gets worse. So Better Me Wellness Hub, as you can know, you can actually search Better Me, the Wellness Hub in our Facebook. I'll share with you my contact later. So this is a platform, okay, to collaborate with more wellness advocates. That's how if you browse through our Facebook, you probably can see I've collaborated with many different people. Okay, for example, in women business, also we have I think Susie, Chloe, and all that. We do events together. Even Lily, a few of us. These are just some examples. I try to have one events, with them in a month, so that I can share my platform to them. At the same time, they can also share, as in platform, as in, share our clients, together and all that. So it means that it gives me like a chance to give value add service for my clients. Yes, I may have a lot on my plates, but I wish that these kind of resources can be shared. That's one idea for Women Business too, right? One of our vision and mission. Yeah. So doing business, you can't do it alone. So it's good to have a team of people share together, and that's how we can improve each other's resources. I mean, as in like business in that sense. So that's one way. Better Me Wellness Hub is also a platform I wish to also advocate to some of my corporate clients. Okay, where, as you know, he's a HRDF trainer. I also go to corporate settings, okay, to give trainings. So this training is about wellness prevention. As I say, I do also health coaching. Okay, if they have certain health issue and all that, yeah, we can actually work on improving, okay, the health and wellness of their the staff, the people, in a way that corporate wellness programs is help to reduce health and wellness health issues, so that they can actually probably cut down their expenses. You're talking about in insurance and all that. That's the future that I'm talking about, because I'm in the wellness industry at the same time. That's how my pharmacy is also called City Wellness. Yeah, we don't only talk about treatment, we talk about prevention and wellness. So that's how this Better Me Wellness Hub is formed. This platform is formed in that sense.
I like the fact that you talk about wellness. And I think that is a very key message today, especially now, right, with the pandemic and all that. We want to talk about wellness. We want to talk about improvement, betterment of health. So yeah, I think that is also a good, I would say that's a good way to also continue marketing yourself into the future, because it's not just for today that you're doing this, right? It's basically building up into other areas that you reach out to. For instance, the corporate world, SMEs
Yes.
who need, to teach their staff or to teach their employees how to be healthier and to eat healthier, right? And I see
Yes.
there's
Yes.
I put up Josephine's comment. It's great. You're so busy at pharmacy, you lead organizations engaged in health education and bless many seniors. Yes. One of the things that maybe many of you don't know is that Gina holds art classes for seniors, right?
Yeah.
And not only seniors, we did it with the Special Children's Center. And and some of us in women business, we jump in to help out whenever Gina has her classes. So we get to have we get to have our de-stress therapy too, right? Our de-stress is to help the seniors or the special children, but at the same time, it's a fun bonding exercise. I mean, besides these organizations, are there any other organizations that you do it for?
You mean the art classes?
You mean like art classes, corporations? Have you gone into corporations?
Yeah, we do the team building programs as once because I also do as you know the art classes. Yes, we started off also doing at my pharmacy setting. I wish that seniors can cultivate a new hobby rather than just sitting at home watching TV or doing nothing. Okay, you will be surprised that all of us can actually draw and paint, just that this right brain of us is not working all the time. So when you actually draw and paint, you're actually exercising your right brain, and that actually can relieve your stress, and that talking about mental health and that part lah. So other than doing at my platform in my pharmacy setting, I also go to corporate lah. So how to do it is more into doing team building. So it means that you use this acrylic art painting, you wanted to set a team, and I'll teach them on how to work together as a team lah. Let's say I will teach you on the techniques and basic techniques and all that. Then from there we'll guide them lah. So in fact, let's say to finish off, if you go to my Facebook, you can see that one I think before MCO we actually did one in one of women business this tree-leg cat we did it there, and then it's a pool of about 20 people come together, and we have such a big drawing. I think it adds up to be about 20 of them, the acrylic so-called it's actually a painting board. So I need to combine all these 20 into a big piece of artwork. So means that each of them have to draw one area, okay? And they need to collaborate lah. They need to work together as a team, and that's how the team building idea come about. So with that, at the end of the day, it's about a teamwork to get the whole thing ready, the art piece ready, and they can hang on the walls of their companies, so they can be proud of it. They wouldn't know that, oh, in fact I can paint. Some of that while painting, they started to feel that, wow, this is my new hobby now.
Something that they never experienced when they were in school.
Some of them say that's kids' job. Right on.
So okay, I think we have reached our 1 hour. Can you imagine a conversation actually reach 1 hour? So it's 4:06 already. So can you imagine? So sometimes when we did the pre-call, maybe I give them a little bit of a behind the scenes lah. When we did this pre-call, right, we were thinking like, what we want to talk about that. I told Gina, let's talk about marketing, because I think that is one area where a lot of us would like to know more, how we market, how each of us market our businesses. And it is from there that we learn. And even before I got on the pre-call with you, I thought I knew a lot about you. I thought I know Gina for so many years. I worked with her, and so we're in similar, organizations. We kind of like know each other well. But through talking to her, I realized that, wow, there's so many things I didn't know about Gina and her work. So I thought that this is also a good way for all of us to finally, sit down and really listen to what you do in every aspect of how you market. And from there, we we take home, or at least we learn something, we are already at home. We can't go home. Meaning we take away something that's really useful for ourselves, or we emulate what you are doing for our own industries, our own niche. So I think that is the helpful part about learning from each other, lah. Learning, because
Yes,
sometimes
that's right.
we assume we know, but actually sometimes we forget along the way. There are certain things we should have done, or we could do, or we could do better, right? So
Yes,
even
that's
in
right.
this way, you have shown us that, even as a pharmacist, as a retailer, and now of course you're jumping into training and sharing art with seniors as well as special children and corporations. There's so many ways that we can actually market ourselves. There's so many ways we can do this while still remaining who we are, without changing who we are. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
So, okay, so thank you so much, Gina, for spending 1 hour with us. I hope those of you who are here, I hope you have learned something from what she has shared, whether
you.
it is from the pharmacy side, she was talking a little about pharmacy, or the marketing side. So the other thing that there'll be more of this kind of marketing chats coming up. Actually, I have one that's scheduled for the 13th of May. And that one is something that I hope all of you can join, because it's a very special guest of mine. He's based in the US.
Wow.
Yeah, and he is a pay-per-click consultant. So he does a lot of online advertising. So because of that, because of our different time zones, we would actually be having our Facebook Live, Malaysia time, 11 a.m. Because it's 11 p.m. for him. So that's also part of it. So I just wanted to announce here that if you're interested, I'll be putting up the details, and you can come with your questions to ask everything. Well, not everything, but basically ask the stuff that you want to ask about online advertising, because he's really good at that. So thank you so much, Gina.
Certainly.
Thank you,
Krista.
Wonderful people. Okay, let me just do a roll call of people who are here. That's
Sure.
Min, Dr. Michelle Lim, thank you.
Thank
Ui
you.
Hossein, thank you. Pauline Ang,
Yeah.
Hazel,
yes.
Elizabeth,
Yeah.
Irene, Josephine, Joe, of course,
Yeah.
Layong, QQ,
yes.
QQ, Malar, of course, and Christopher Tan, Samantha or Manji, and
Mary.
and Malar. Malar, is it? Mary, Malar. Okay. And Cheryl, Alexandra, Izzat, and all of you who have jumped in to join us in this Facebook Live session today. So thank you so much. And before we go, Gina, please show us your contact details so that people who want to contact you or follow you can do so.
Yes. Alrighty.
Yeah.
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 Is there anything there? No.
Yes, I can see. I've added to the stream. Do you have it?
Not sure. Let me see. Application window. This one.
Okay.
No, can't see. Never mind. It's okay. Yeah, you can most welcome to log into my Facebook at City Wellness Pharmacy. Also, one more is Better Me Wellness Hub. Facebook to look at the events that we do and the things that we share, and also to my website www.citywellness2u.com. You can also message me through my Facebook Messenger, or I think those who know me can also WhatsApp me. I'm online all the time.
Now they don't know you do WhatsApp.
Or maybe through Krista.
Okay. If you want, I'll put her details in the in a post on our Redbox Studio page, so that you can see for yourself her contact details. And feel free to contact her and be her friend. Connect with her.
Yeah, or you can drop by to see me if you're in Penang, or even if you happen to pop by Penang after the MCO. I'm actually at 1G ground floor, Lorong Delima 5, Island Glades, Penang,
Okay,
where
let me show it here. Yeah. Okay. Island Glades.
uh,
If you
yeah.
can't miss it because it's the one and only pharmacy there, right?
Yeah, it's actually one of the first pharmacy after you reach the island. Yeah, some
Yeah.
told me that. So you
Okay.
can easily I think you can easily find us on Google Maps and all that. Just type in City Wellness Pharmacy. You can actually find us there.
Yeah. I'll connect with
Yeah.
her on Facebook and
Hmm.
LinkedIn. Okay. So
Yeah,
thank you so
add
much,
me.
everyone.
Add me.
Yeah, add her. So thank you so much, everyone. Wait, I see we have three more new comments. Oh, we have Linda, and then we have Ki.
Hi,
I
hello.
think you know her. She's also a friend and a client of mine.
Ah,
And there's Valentine. Yay. So all
hi,
these people are now
hello.
coming up to say hello. Thank you so much for joining.
Ah.
Okay. So see you all and thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.